welcome to the official grand opening for the entire Central District. Thank you all for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here. This is just one of a host of renovations in downtown Lima. I'm sure many of you have seen Spring and Main down the street. We have a beautiful amphitheater that just opened up. So just a brief history as to how we got here. In 2017 and 2018, the Road State Bora Center for Health Sciences was being just built a couple blocks from here. This entire quadrant of Lima was blighted with old empty buildings and boarded up windows, if you can remember if you're from this area. At the same time, the Lima Rotary Club bought a city block just south of here. So if you go down at the end of the building and look out the second or third floor, you can see where our beautiful new amphitheater is. We tore down a whole city block worth of blighted buildings at that time, and with a public-private partnership with the state of Ohio, the State Department of Natural Resources, the City of Lima, and many private donors, we now have a beautiful amphitheater and park that's called the Greater Lima Region Park and Amphitheater, which houses the Pangle Pavilion. Without the help of Senator Huffman, and back then Speaker Cupp, and now Representative Manchester and Mayor Smith, this project could have never happened. What started out to be a $200,000 amphitheater ended up about a $4 million amphitheater. That opened up last year. During the exact same time in 2017 and 2018, I had the opportunity to purchase this city block from Elm Street to Spring Street. Not being a developer and not knowing what to do with these buildings at the time, I knew I just didn't want them to fall into the wrong hands with that beautiful amphitheater and the Road State College being built. I teamed up with a good friend from Rotary and business colleague, Drew Fields, who has had the same vision that I had at the time. We talked about why we felt we always had to go to a bigger city to find things to do. We also knew that our bigger businesses here in Lima had a hard time recruiting talent. There was not enough things to do in Lima for their families to want to move here. That's when we decided to bring the big city feel to little downtown Lima. You heard me say that without the public and private partnerships building the amphitheater, it would not have happened. The same is true with this project. It took many partnerships with the state and local governments, help, and a program from Jobs Ohio called the Community Vibrancy Grant. Please help me to welcome our governor, Mr. Mike DeWine, who needs no introduction, but who has allowed the grant program to be put into place to help small communities thrive.
Thank you very much. This is now the Sanchez development block. Multiple blocks. Awesome. Well, it's always great to be in Lima. Lima is a very special place for Fran and for me. I was a student at Ohio Northern Law School. Lima was the big city. We came to the big city, not too often, but when we saved up our money, we come over and come to Lima. It's also a special place for us. Our daughter Becky was born here in Lima, so this is a great city, Mayor, and you're blessed to be mayor of this great place. It's also a special place. I was telling the Senate President, future Speaker, that Lima has just really been on an amazing roll. Speaker Bob Cupp, Senate President Huffman, now future Speaker Huffman. It's great. You guys are doing well in state government, so we appreciate that. And it's good. My friend Keith Faber, not too far from here as well, so it's all good. Look, we're celebrating today. Really kind of a combination. Love the trains. I don't know if we have trains through here.
Perfect timing.
But you know, what we celebrate really today is kind of a combination. First of all, local investment, local focus, state involvement as well. We've been blessed with it, and I was kidding the future speaker a little bit, but blessed with a great delegation over many years. Of course, Susan Manchester here now. Susan, thank you very much for your good work as well. of the things I think is great about Ohio is what I call our mid-level population cities. I told you that Fran and I spent 3 years in Ada, and Lima was kind of the big place to go. We would come over. Fran and I grew up in a small town, Yellow Springs. Our place to go was Springfield. And we've just been blessed with these cities. And one of the things that we're seeing today that I think is just so very exciting is these downtowns are really coming back. More things to do, more opportunities for people. There's really a vibrancy to these communities. And so we're going to continue to see that. Well, as I said, one of the things that Ohio is really blessed with is the mid-sized communities like Lima. And it takes effort from everyone. One of the things after I became governor that we worked with Jobs Ohio to do is what we call this vibrant communities money. We think of Jobs Ohio and our economic development many times, particularly in regard to Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati. But we also, while that's important, what happens in those communities is also important in what happens in the Limas and the Springfields and the Mansfields across the state of Ohio. And for many people, this is the community, they're not just people right here, but people in the whole area of Western Ohio, really look to Lima. And so the tour I got today just kind of reinforced my optimism in what you all are doing and what we're seeing, frankly, across the state of Ohio. This vibrant community program goes into different communities. In this particular case, it was a $1.2 million grant, which just kind of leverages the private money. You can't do it without the private investment, but it also helps get people over the top. And what we saw today was just so many small businesses. I love small businesses. My family was in the seed business. We probably never had more than 20, 25 employees, but it was the small businesses are what create where the jobs are created, vibrancy, where the action so many times is. So I'm just happy to be here as governor to play a role in this. But again, I want to just congratulate everyone who's been involved in this. We had a moment ago, we saw the graduates. We still have the graduates here. I don't know if they left or not, but one of the buildings that we celebrate is the Hub, is entrepreneurial collaboration, local workforce development. The Ohio Department of Education and Workforce, Apollo Career Center, have really created this first-class training environment that's graduated the class today. I had the chance to come in and see some of the graduates and see the members of their family. And, this is just exciting. It's exciting when people can find a passion, find something that they like to do, and then have that certificate or have that credential so they can go out and actually get that job. So a lot of good things going on today. Mr. Speaker, Mr. President, I'm not sure I'm supposed to introduce you. My introduction. Question, come on up. All right.
It's not every day that the governor of the state of Ohio comes to your hometown, so this was already a big day, but it's even bigger now. I want to talk about two things. One is that projects like this don't just happen like it worked out. This was a labor, mostly of love, right, Tracie? This would not happen without, and you are an entrepreneur, and you are now a developer, by the way. The other part to this is also, you have to look at a lot of decisions that many people made through the years, both in the private sector and in government. Because some things, most things private sector can do, some things they can't. And you can look out the back window here. In 1999, the Lima City School District decided we're going to build a beautiful campus right on the river, right by the stadium, and keep all of this right near downtown Lima. And that's paying dividends here 25 years later. About 10 years ago, Dominion said, we are going to develop this area, we're going to buy the property, we're going to tear down some empty buildings, and now they have a beautiful headquarters right there also. We have all of the entrepreneurs, certainly we know what John Hafey has done, what Tracie Sanchez has done, and many, many others who really could have made a decision to do something completely different. And with the county commissioner's decision to keep the government buildings in downtown Lima by the courthouse, and on and on and on. We still have a major project. Just if you look out the front of this building, you can see Memorial Hall. And so we have a great project coming up in the future that's also in the hands of the county commissioners. Someone asked me, well, what are we supposed to call you, president or speaker? And I said, well, in Lima, they call me council president. And I know that having a mayor who is forward-thinking, who understands why people make decisions the way they do, and really the power of used appropriately that city government can have. And Mayor Smith has, in a very short period of time, turned the focus of the city completely different. And she really needs to be congratulated. Step off. Am I supposed to introduce somebody? I would love to. So I'm going to do that because there's probably something here that says I'm supposed to do that. So Susan Manchester from a little tiny village called Waynesfield, Ohio, has had a tremendous impact in the State House. She's going to be the next state senator. And we have a pretty good tradition in the 12th Senate District. Bob Cupp was this 12th District Senator in the 1990s for several years, and of course became Supreme Court Justice and Speaker of the House. He was followed by Jim Jordan. You guys know who Jim Jordan is, the congressman, right? Who's heard of him, real quick? Just the commissioner. Yeah. So Jim Jordan, followed by the Senate President Keith Faber, now state auditor, and then by a guy from Lima, which is really the most impressive thing at all. But Susan, in a very short period of time, has become a person in the Ohio State House who people say, call Manchester. She will explain this all to us, and has on several occasions, right? So, currently State Representative, future State Senator Susan Manchester.
So much, Senator, Speaker, President, whatever we need. He's introduced me a few times with that lineup of my predecessors, and every time I think, no pressure, okay? But it really is an honor to be here. As Senator Huffman mentioned, I'm from a little town called Waynesfield. I grew up on my family's farm. But if you've ever been to Waynesfield, or if you're from a little town yourself, you know that you probably came to a city like Lima for just about everything. Grocery shopping, Kewpies after church, the whole bit. And it is such a thrill to see what's happening in downtown Lima right now. And I do want to congratulate Tracie Sanchez and Drew Fields again. Thank you for doing this project. And what I love about this is it goes to the old adage that a rising tide lifts all ships. And as we're seeing downtown Lima become totally revitalized by the work of a lot of private investors and public partnerships, it's really exciting to see it be a happening place. So I am thrilled to represent Lima and thrilled to see what's happening here and very excited for what's to come. Thank you. It's my honor to introduce the Mayor of Lima, Sharetta Smith.
I love this because Susan and I can actually be tall enough to see this. Good morning, everyone. I am incredibly honored to be here today celebrating this latest addition to our downtown. I'd like to start off by congratulating Tracie Sanchez and Drew Fields for your vision and for your tenacity to bring this block back to life. From an abandoned bus garage behind us to what will be a new restaurant and event space here in the city of Lima. The social house will add an entertainment venue to our thriving and growing downtown. Together, as has been said, from all of the people in this room, I believe we have inspired a new vision, and this is only the beginning. In January, we will construct an additional $4 million of investment along Central Avenue corridor, bringing new and improved lighting, on-street parking, new streets, sidewalks, and curbs and crosswalks. And today's celebration, as has been said, is also another step to the revitalization of our downtown. When you look around and you see projects like the new amphitheater, new restaurants, Spring and Main, the Central District, Rhodes State College, our town roads, the construction of the new county administrative building, the renovation to the Lima Municipal Building, the coming mixed-use development at the former VFW and Riverfront 1 building, the transformation is undeniable. Together, these investments include a total of almost $20 million in public and private dollars that have been added to our downtown in just 2 years. Thank you to our partners at the state level as well. And I want to say that in Lima, we are thrilled to welcome these new businesses as they bring fresh energy and opportunities to our community. Each new venture contributes to the vibrancy of our city, creating jobs and attracting visitors. Together, private businesses, government, philanthropic entities, and everyday residents have changed the landscape of our downtown. Together, we brought new retail, new eateries, and new opportunities to the heart of our city and created an experience that both residents and visitors can enjoy. Together, we're building a dynamic downtown that reflects the spirit and resilience of Lima. Together, we're getting it done. And now, I would like to introduce Chase Eikenbary, our state partner in development and Vice President of Projects at Regional Growth Partnership. Welcome, Chase.
Good morning. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. Thank you, Governor. As the Mayor mentioned, my name is Chase Eikenbary, Vice President of Project Management at the Regional Growth Partnership and Jobs Ohio Network Partner in Northwest Ohio. That's a long title thing. So today we're celebrating this entire district and how the collaborative spirit is alive. And that spirit cannot be alive without funding, right? So our goal through Jobs Ohio and the RGP is to work through that with Tracie and Drew with the Jobs Ohio Vibrant Communities Grant Program. So as the Governor mentioned, this program is designed to support economic development in small and medium-sized communities all throughout Ohio. So 2.5 years ago, just 2.5 years ago, we sat here with visions on how the funding sources were going to get put together piece by piece by piece. Together with local partners, local leaders, how can we bring this district back alive? So this grant program focuses on revitalizing downtown areas just like this one. And this program has a strong focus on entrepreneurship, just what you mentioned, training, mixed-use development, and overall enhancements of the economic landscape of an entire community, which I think today, if you were on the tour, or if you scope out this beautiful view, mission accomplished. So Lima and Allen County have seen notable success with the Jobs Ohio Vibrant Communities program. Tracie and Drew's project, together with their local business peer, John Hafey, have all utilized this program. Mr. Hafey has revitalized the corner of Spring and Main Street. Both Central District and Spring and Main projects have benefited from this program, and we're pleased to play a small role in the success of both of those districts. Of course, the funding sources are important. But these developers, and you're a developer now, apparently, whether you want to be or not, these developers and local leaders are thinking about something much bigger than themselves, and something much bigger than just their worlds. So in the spirit of Thanksgiving, we should celebrate that. So today, the timing of this couldn't be better. And again, 2.5 years ago, we stood here sharing this vision of how we are going to get this funded, how this vision is going to come alive for Tracie and Drew. And there was someone very much behind the scenes putting all the pieces together, making sure the train stayed on the track. No, that was part of my remarks, I swear. And kept moving. And that person is our local friend and partner in economic development, president of Allen Economic Development, Cynthia Leis. So I'd love to welcome Cindy to this.
Yes, and we did time the train just properly today, didn't we? So, good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today for this truly exciting occasion. It's a privilege to stand before you as we celebrate the grand opening of Central District, a revitalized and vibrant area of the city that marks a bright new future for our community. Today isn't just about cutting a ribbon. It's about the result of several years of hard work, vision, and collaboration. It's a symbol of what's possible when we come together to dream big, plan thoughtfully, and invest in the future. Thanks to private investors like Tracie Sanchez and Drew Fields, who had a shared vision on where this community could go and have businesses that could thrive through shopping, dining, entertaining, training and education, and much more. This development stands as a testament to what can happen when public and private sectors work hand in hand on a project. Many thanks to local lenders like Union Bank and State Bank, the Toledo-Lucas County Port Authority, the Edge, Darcy, and Downtown Lima, Inc. for loan programs, the City of Lima, and of course, the Ohio Job Vibrancy Community Grant that helped make this development a reality. And finally, last but not least, the 16 business owners who have shared their vision and their entrepreneurship for what this district has become. To all of you, thank you. To the future of Central District, may it be filled with growth, with success, and community spirit. Thank you so much.
So, once again, I wanted to thank the mayor for all you're doing for our city. This wonderful streetscape that starts in January, we're really excited about that. And as you know, John Hafey, especially John, would know, what it takes to put projects like this together. If it wasn't for the public-private combination of all working together, projects like this cannot happen. So we're really thankful for everyone that has been part of this project. In closing, I'd like to thank my parents who are both here, Bob and Sue Sarno, my 3 children. My son-in-law's been holding everything down at the pallet company for the last couple of years that we've been working on this. Our sheriff and our Lima City Police, I know a lot of them are around here today. Thank you for all you do. I know Major Heil is here. I saw him in the room, and especially Drew, my business partner in the project, who has done a good job staying silent unless I need him. So thanks to our internal staff, Michelle and Craig Broadwater. I know they're here. Bart Mills, Gene Cook, TJ, and Corey. They've been instrumental in helping this all happen. And Drew and I especially want to thank all of our wonderful tenants. Please come forward because we're going to do the ribbon cutting here at the end. So as I call your business, please come up here if you would. And we'll stand across the front here on both sides. We actually have 7 brand new startup businesses. We could start with Steady Does It in plumbing. I don't know if Chris Henderson is, I'm sure he's in here somewhere, if you can work your way up here. A Touch of Europe, Nellie, who just celebrated her first year of being open. Tanya's in here. Hopefully they might all be manning their stores, but we'll have them around here. Evdera, Bath and Body. Michael Thompson, are you in here? I know they're all open, so they might be downstairs. Tranquility by T, our massage therapist. It's up here on the 3rd floor. Bath Masters of Lima, we got Percy. Bath Masters is finally coming to Lima, so if you need your, I think I heard Governor, he say within 48 hours he can do a new bathroom. That's what he said. Okay. Our Social House Restaurant Bar that's just opening. I don't know if Shannon is up here and his wife. Yep, Aubrey. Okay, perfect. They are taking reservations for this next Saturday, or this coming Friday and Saturday, so if you want to make reservations, and I do believe, Shannon, tell me if I get this right, December 14th is, you're actually open to the public?
That is the target date, yes.
That's the target date, okay. And then we also have 9 businesses that have relocated from another area to the city. The Lima News Distribution Center, I don't know if Lima News is in the room, they can come up please. Winans Coffee and Chocolate. They're based out of Piqua. I know we have both owners here, Wilson and his wife Lindsay. And then they have many workers downstairs. The Red Fox Boutique, Lori, I don't know, yep, there she is. Cage Design, I don't know if Frank Cage is here. iHeartRadio, we had a couple representatives from iHeart. They have the podcast center on the 2nd floor. They're free podcast if you'd like to do that. Infinity Hair Studio, Joey. I don't know if Joey's up here. She was doing hair when we walked through her salon a few months ago. And opening December 1st is Caros Employee Solutions, so another couple weeks. Esther and her husband will be opening up. And opening March of 2025, Annette Marie Bridal Company. So we have Annie here. I don't know if her husband Chris is with her or not. And we are at 100% capacity in the building. Downtown Lima, creating over 42 jobs so far in the downtown. This does not include our partnerships in the Makerspace Hub building, where hands-on training is happening, creating more jobs for many companies here in Allen County. Those include the Apollo Career Center. I think I saw Tara come up, who's leading the hub, the Allen County Chamber of Commerce Foundation, led by Jed Metzger. He's right over there. The Center of Urban Solutions, led by Lisa Shaffa. I saw Lisa walk in. And they just graduated their first class today of 9 people out of the advanced manufacturing class, so that was outstanding. Also partners with Synovus Refinery, Nutrien, and Mercy Health, who are all going to be doing training within that facility next door. So altogether, there will be hundreds of jobs created throughout these buildings. Please take the time today to tour, shop, and hear the stories of our tenants. Our 1-year anniversary of having the first floor open was just this week, so we were excited about that. Stop by the social house. Many of you and Governor, you did not get to tour the social house out back here. They have the fire pits. The courtyard is open. He has free food and beverages back there, so please make sure you go back there and tour.
Small snack.
And Jen, if you'd like to come up now, let's do it. And it's going to bring everybody together, and Governor and all the people that were speakers.